All right, guys. So that was the winner of the 50 subscribers for 25 bucks. NK. If you watch this video or go back to the comments, hit me up and let me know how I can get in contact with you so I can get you that 25 bucks. Guys, the next step is 250 subscribers. We're going to do a $50 giveaway for that one. So make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you know when I put videos up, because we hit 50 subscribers the morning that I made the Neo video, and that's when I said, hey guys, on this video I'm going to be picking the winner. If you like, comment, and subscribe. And it only had about 5-6 comments on there. So make sure that you are watching every video, because we can hit 250, Thursday or Friday, and it'll be Saturday when I give the giveaway, right? So NK won the $25. Like I said, this one is going to be for 50 bucks. When we hit 250 subscribers. I really appreciate all the likes, the comments, and the subscribers, guys. I really do. So let's get into this video. We're going to be talking about Hyliion. Our boy Thomas Haley rang the bell this morning. We expected a lot more movement after he did this. It didn't move anywhere but down after that. In the pre-markets, we were at $43. We were at 10% up from Friday. Now we're at $40. There's not a lot of volume as we speak right now. We're hoping that's going to pick up throughout the day. So this is decision week, guys. This is where you got to decide if you're staying in or selling now. Listen, we're going to be on a roller coaster all week long, up and down, up and down. In my opinion, you should not listen to the people that are calling you bag holders. If you believe in the company and you have shares, that's okay, because shares do not have an expiration date. Shares you can hold for years and be okay with it, because if you're down, that's it. You're just down. You haven't lost any money. Okay, you're just down. That's it. All right. So even if you bought at $15 to $20, or even at the low 30s, right now you're still making a profit. So that's the big thing about shares, that even though the company is down right now, you're still making a profit right now, which is not a bad thing. Okay, but if you bought it in the 40s and 50s from a couple of weeks ago, now you're in trouble. You're down money, but you got to understand that you're only down money. You haven't lost any money. You're just down. You got to believe in the company and the due diligence that you've done to research the company, and believe in the company that you've invested in. If you have shares, you want to hold this out for 2-3 years, because I really do believe that after that, this will be $150, $200 company per share on there. So you got to think you can sell now and lose money if you're down, or just hold if you have that luxury and time to hold this money in that position, because in the long term it's going to pay off, because it's gonna make money. You got revenues, you got profits that they got in 2 and 3 years. So this right here, it shows that it will go higher than what we have right now. You just got to be patient. That's the thing about shares. It's a patience game. You got to be able to hold this long term if you're going to have shares as well. So you're not necessarily looking for a quick payday when you're doing shares. Now options, that's when you're looking for a quick payday. All right, but don't worry when people are calling you bag holders, saying, hey, you're losing all this money, you need to sell. That is panic selling. Okay, panic selling, because we see this red, you don't want to do, because you're going to be losing money. All right, so again, that's shares. Now that being said, options are completely different. Okay, you have people that are running out of time with call options that end this Friday. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. That's when I'm talking to you guys when I say that this is decision week. You got to decide when you're going to get out, because calls are a huge reward but huge risk. Okay, if you see this stock price rocket and hit 55, hit 60, you got to make a decision right then and there. Hey, am I going to sell? Because we can go into another huge dip and there goes all the profits again. So you got to be ready to call and sell these call options. Okay, this is my opinion. In my opinion only, this is what I'm going to do with my calls. I'm not a financial advisor. You got to take this with a grain of salt. Don't do anything that I do. Just make your own decisions. Know when you're going to sell and be ready to sell. With mine, my 5 to 8 calls that I have on the $55 strike price, I'm going to try to sell when it hits 55 or 65 and sell there for a profit, because the longer I'm holding these, the longer I'm seeing that this stock is not moving. We've got a lot of short sellers, a lot of people just selling and selling and selling. So I'm very speculative it's going to hit $80, right? At least within the next 2 weeks that I have, right? And if you have the 10-9, that's where you're in a more crunch time, because that's, this Friday. I have into the 16th of these calls. I know a lot of people have 16 and calls as well too. So be vigilant about that price target that you have set for yourself. Do not get greedy, and don't try to get more money out of this stock because we're seeing this very volatile. It goes up with no news because we've seen it go up to $58 with no news at all, and then drop down like that quickly all the way down to to $33. And a lot of people are down money. All right, so you got to be very vigilant about what you're doing with these stocks options and know when you want to sell. Okay, it's going to be a volatile week just because of the White House. We got to figure out, hey, stimulus talks are going on right now. Trump is still in the hospital. Hopefully, there's talks that he'll get out this today or sometime this week. If that happens, we'll see a greener market. Right now, we're seeing green markets, but for some reason with Hyliion right now, it's not doing that well. The big thing that you got to understand between Nikola is that was one of the very first, big SPAC merger dates that we had, and a lot of people didn't know much about SPACs back then. Okay, so as soon as this sucker went and merged, went up to $30, right? And then a couple of days later, it went up to $70, and then like the next day, it went up to $90 because there was a lot of FOMO. A lot of people didn't necessarily know what they were doing. Now, more people are more cautious about what's going on with SPACs. So I believe that also has a big way to play into this game right now with Hyliion. And you got to understand that these are two different CEOs, all right? You had Trevor Milton, which always in social media, just bragging about how great the company was, and people were buying into that. You have Thomas Hyliion, on the other hand, which is very, back, collected, composed, doesn't want to brag, doesn't want to talk trash about other competitors, and just wants to show the product and show the work. And he's going to do the work for you guys. We just got to be patient, okay? So he's not this guy that's going to just be bragging. Hopefully we'll get some news at 3 o'clock when he goes on the interview. Hopefully we'll get some partnership news. There's talks about Walmart now. There's talks about, Wagman last week as well too. So hopefully he reveals some news and that'll drive the stock price up. But like I said, this is a different horse from Nikola. Okay, you got to understand that two different companies as far as the CEOs, just because of the way they are. So I still believe that this will climb up throughout the week. As soon as we get this going up, you're going to have FOMO. You're going to have people buying in. I still believe that. That's my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. That's just me. But you also got to look at both sides of the coin when it comes to these platforms just starting to sell today, and like Vanguard doesn't start until tomorrow. You got to understand, yeah, there's people that want to buy the stock, but there's also people that want to sell it as well too. So you got to understand that we want to be positive and say, hey, yeah, we haven't been able to trade, so we're going to get a lot of buyers. But there's also going to be a lot of sellers coming from there as well too. So you got to keep that in mind as well too, and not always be so positive and say, oh, everybody's going to buy. You also got to look at the other side and say, hey, there's people that want to get out of this as well too. So again, my opinion, I still think this has a great chance of going up this week and next week. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. Like I said, it's very volatile. It's very up and down. It's going to be like that all week unless we get huge news from Thomas Hyliion throughout the week with some partnerships, okay? So another big thing is that, yes, institutions have probably bought in, but you also got to understand that they've also sold to make us retailers, investors, sell as well too, to trigger losses as well, stop losses, and also to get back in cheaper. They know what they're doing. They know more than us. They know more than you. They know more than people in the comments. So they know what they're doing. So I still believe there's still more institutions that are going to be buying in. That's also going to drive the stock price up. Again, that's just my opinion. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. So like I said, my call options, I'm going to try to sell them this week if we hit a spike in that price and not hold off to next week, because you also got to remember that time decay also negatively impacts your profits. Okay, so even if you get high enough on those days, you're also the theta is also getting affected on those call options. Okay, so you also want to keep that in mind as well too. All right, so recap. If you're going to buy, if you still have these shares from Hyliion, you got to remember you can ride this Hyliion train all the way to 100, 150 stock price in a year, 2 years. You don't have to sell because you're down, okay? If you have the luxury to keep those there, just keep your position, don't sell. Options, completely different. We are in a crunch time right now with people ending their calls the 9th and the 16th. If it's the 9th, be vigilant throughout the week. Keep your eye on the stock throughout the week. Make sure that you're ready to sell. Have your own price target in mind and what you're happy to sell with, and make sure you don't get greedy. If you have 16 call options like I do, we have a little bit more cushion to play with. But also, if we see the sucker move up this week, we're selling. We're trying to get out of these call options and move our money elsewhere as well too, because there's more plays to be done as well, okay? So just remember, it's not wrong to hold. Don't panic sell just because everybody else is. If you can keep your position, keep it. If you can cost average dollar down, do that as well too, okay? If you're in the high 50s that you bought and you believe in this company, or in the 40s and you see it dip down to about 35 or something and you have money to spend, you can buy some more because you're just averaging your cost basis down as well too, okay? So like I said, let's hope we get some huge news today from Thomas Hyliion. I'm excited to go throughout this week and see this company rise again. We've seen it go to 58. Let's see if we can make it go higher than that as well too. So let's get into the charts and see what we got so far. All right, guys, we got Hyliion right here. It's actually lower than what I was saying when I was first recording the first part of the video. You're looking at $37.51, down 5%. Like I said, we were up all the way to $43, almost 10% pre-market, and it just dropped down. This is what I was talking about, that even though the other platforms are able to sell now or able to trade, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's buying. You got a lot of short sellers as well too. So every time that we kept saying, hey, we got other platforms, this is what we meant, that we're also going to have some sellers as well too, as well as buyers. The volume on this right now is about 2.8 million right now. We're still looking at a lot of short sellers. Let's expand this right here. A lot of short sellers, a lot of sales going on. We're hoping that at his interview at 3 o'clock, he'll release some information, more pre-orders for the ERX truck, or more talk about his potential talks with Walmart, with Wegmans. Hopefully he'll bring out some news. Like I said, he's a different guy than Trevor Milton. He's a more, guy that just lays back, lets his company do the talking. He's got product. He's got millions of miles on the road with his trucks. So the biggest thing to know is that if you have shares, hold them. It's going to climb. If you have options, know what your exit strategy is, especially if your options expire October the 9th. If they expire October the 16th, like mine does, just have that exit strategy going. Whatever price for you might be different for me and different from the other person, okay? So let's hope this rallies throughout the day. We're down 6%. The more I keep talking, the more this sucker goes down. So let's hope there's rallies today. Let's keep positive minds throughout the week. Be vigilant about what this stock is doing, and be ready to sell as soon as it spikes if you're happy with that target. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Listen, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking Hyliion's going to do throughout the week. Let me know what you think Thomas Hyliion's going to do in his Fox interview. If we're going to get any partnerships out of this. Remember, guys, the next milestone is going to be 250 subscribers. Once we hit that, we're going to do the $50 giveaway. Listen, you want to make sure you have that notification bell on, because I'm posting videos out, and as soon as we hit 250, the day that we hit 250, that video, that's the one we're doing the giveaway on. We did it on Neo, and only a couple people comment on it. So NK, he won the 25 bucks on there. So remember to keep that notification on and subscribe and like and comment. Great chance to win 50 bucks. Great chance to get that $50 and put it in the stock market. If you haven't done it, you can take free money and put it in there, and hopefully that 50 turns into 100, turns into 200. Who knows? But this is free money, guys. All right. So let's like, let's subscribe, and let's comment. All right. All right, guys. Lights out.